What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are back here working on the Genesis coupe. If you look closely, we got the engine in, so just a couple things we have to do. Actually, there's a lot we have to do, unfortunately. They get the power steering pump on, so we're just going to kind of clean up the engine bay a little bit. Throw the intake manifold back on, and I'm going to try and route the harness a little bit. I'm not going to go too crazy. We got a lot of stuff to figure out here, so it's kind of going to be trial and error for a while. The power steering lines, for example, did not work, so we're going to have to come back to those. But first I got to get all this freaking masking tape that I put on off, which is not going to be fun. Just got a crap ton of new parts in for the Genesis coupe. Nothing too exciting, but just random stuff that we needed along the way. Most importantly, we do have a fire extinguisher now for the car. I was trying to put one in there, but you never know, guys. Always put a fire extinguisher in your car. We got new floor mats. We did get new oil filter relocation lines. These are Mishimoto. So I think we're actually clear to tighten up the headers. So we're gonna go ahead and put the headers on, get them torqued down, put the gaskets in there, and then we're also gonna put these spark plugs in. All right, so we pretty much just got to do the same thing on this side that we did over there. And as you can see, the header's cleared perfectly on this side as well. Steering shaft out of the way. Everything is pretty much accessible as well. So shout out to Sicky. These headers are pretty good quality. Actually, really good quality. They're a little bit pricey, but like they work perfect. If you guys have an LS Gen, I'd probably go with those unless you're going turbo. I wish we could freaking turbo this thing or something, but it is an aluminum block LS1. We're just doing an NA build for now. I know people say that and then they boost it. We're probably not going to go boost, maybe nitrous, I don't know. But we are getting a boost car on the channel. That's kind of why I wanted to bring it up. The Jigsaw is going bye-byes. There's going to be a video on that coming very soon. It's my dream car. It's going to be a bigger project than that car even. So hope you guys can stick around and check it out when it gets here. Anyways, back to the Gen. Also, I don't know if you guys saw that. We got the turn 1 pulley installed and it is looking mint. We do have spark plugs we're going to throw in, and we aren't going to gap them quite yet. We're probably going to get to that later, maybe when we get this thing tuned. Alright, now we're just going to throw the front rad support back on. The headers and spark plugs are in and torqued, so I think we can get away with just putting that back on, and nothing should be in our way still. I might throw the headlights in just because I want to, and see what it looks like, but let's get this thing thrown on. Just wondering where that electrical tape got to. Alrighty guys, so we got the fuel pump assembly out of the Genesis coupe, and I took the other side apart too. We used this little siphon drain here. We took out probably about 8 to 10 gallons of 2-year-old 93 octane out of the car, but now the fuel tank is empty, which is good. So we did get the fuel pump, so I'm going to take this apart momentarily, but we used the fuel from that, and I fueled up my Jigsaw, and then we also put the remaining, I don't know, 5 to 6 gallons into the Subaru. There's probably like 2 gallons extra that we have just in a dirty bucket that we're gonna light on fire.
Oh, that was not thrilling.
Alrighty guys, so I shift plans a little bit. We started organizing the shop. I think we're just gonna fully clean it, as well as just put the car over here on the lift right now. So what I'm gonna do is just seal up the fuel system and get this thing ready to be towed over on the other side. And then we gotta air it up so it can roll. I am liking this little trunk setup though. I am just gonna go ahead and close off all the fuel system stuff for now, and we're gonna come back to it a later time. All right, so we got the shop cleaned up here. Now it's time to move this thing over to the other bay. Got it aired up, so I think we can just push it out, and hopefully the mower can tow us back in like we did before. After a full day of cleaning this freaking shop, I can finally say that it looks pretty freaking good in my opinion. All this is open now. There did not used to be this much room in here. We were able to get rid of a lot of stuff that we kind of just had piled up in here. Unfortunately, we still have a shelf full of that kind of crap, of just random stuff we don't really know what to do with. Old parts, yada, 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 stuff I have to sell. But other than that, dude, the shop is looking absolutely amazing. I got the lift arms underneath the Genesis already. We're gonna go ahead and lift it up in the air, and just because I can't help myself, we're throwing the slicks on the back and we're putting the wheels in the front temporarily. We're gonna have to measure for a spacer, so might as well do that. Maybe we can dial in the fitment in a coming video here soon, but I'd have to get the front wheels on. Alrighty guys, check this out. We got the wheels on the Genesis coupe. They aren't fully on. We need to order wheel spacers for the front so that they clear the brake calipers. And the rears are definitely gonna need the fenders rolled. No doubt about it. They are very, very thick. But we're gonna have our own video where we set up the wheel setup on this, and hopefully we can air the car down the whole way without anything hitting. At the moment, it's gonna be a pretty big task. I don't know how well it's gonna go either, but we're gonna have to just send it. But it's cool to see him on. This car is looking absolutely freaking amazing. Even though it is not Thanksgiving yet either, we got the Christmas tree set up. I'm hoping Santa brings me some cool parts to finish the car, but we all know how that goes. I'm gonna have to order a bunch of stuff here soon. So I did test fit this front splitter on the bumper as well. That looks freaking amazing, guys. This car is looking so aggressive. I love it. I'm gonna have to redo this. There's a lot of stuff we have to do. The drive shaft is about to go in. I'll show you what we did underneath, but I think I'm gonna end the video off here. I'm pretty proud of like how much we got done. We moved it over and we got a bunch done. So we're gonna call it a video here, and in the next one you can expect a good bit of stuff as well. Welcome to the underneath of the car. So what we pretty much did is we kind of routed this bleed line for the clutch. I'm starting to set up the O2 sensor, trying to figure out where that can go. And I don't know if you guys will be able to see too well. We did wrap some harnesses down here and put some like heat shielding on this clutch feed line here. So that should keep this stuff hopefully from melting or getting too hot. But that's pretty much the main extent of what we did under here. Kind of just admired all the new parts, to be honest with you. So as far as next video goes, expect to see us tear these old fuel lines out. We got to put a whole new fuel system in, obviously. And we're going to be installing this drive shaft here. I already went ahead and threw the adapter on the rear differential, but we are going to need to tighten that up, and then we can go ahead, switch out the yoke on this thing, and go ahead and throw this on. We do have a 32 spline yoke due to the fact that this is a Magnum transmission. So we're going to have to just swap this on here, and we're good to go. Also, can't forget about the fuel basket that we're going to have to take apart and figure out, but that can wait. I'm definitely putting this fuel system off as much as possible just because I don't exactly know how to go about doing it. It's pretty simple, but at the same time, it's so simple it can be complicated, if that makes sense. Anyhow, we're gonna end the video off there. Thank you guys for watching so much. The support for the channel is absolutely amazing. I think after maybe a week this is posted, we should be monetized. So we can hopefully start to just keep up in this channel. We have another project car coming. We got the Gen, we got the Crown Vic. Bikes go on buys, but I can't really make content on that anyhow, especially in winter. But thank you guys for watching. You guys are amazing. Stay tuned for future episodes till we can get this thing ripping on the streets. Peace out, guys.